Welcome to Nuts at Night, episode number 18. It's Thursday night. We're starting on time tonight due to the sad fact that the Phillies are eliminated from the World Series, and we won't be hearing about them till next year now. So we won't even talk about that. I don't want to hear about that. I don't want to see anything about that. And when I watched the game, as soon as they lost, I turned it off, and that's the end of it. So
you don't want to see that celebration crap.
No, I didn't want to see anything about that.
Just, as soon as you can, bam, just right.
Exactly.
Yeah, good for you.
So Steve D'Amico's with us, guys. Permanent co-host of Nuts at Night, and we talk. And Nuts at Night, we talk about tech, and then we stray into and we still have to find a word for this. We stray into I guess we could say anything or everything, but we'll find a good word, and that'll probably be like our slogan or something. Anyway, Steve, how you doing tonight?
Great.
Thank you for joining us on the call. And I know you have tons of stuff to talk about. You've been telling me all day you're excited about the show. So I'm going to let you start while I put my notes together.
Oh, you got notes. This is great. I always have notes. Yeah. Well, I actually, this is probably a good thing for Daily, and I was going to call in for Daily with this one, but I just thought it was so cool. Probably a lot of fun to talk about. I went to this client and and she was real tired, so she went to sleep, and her kids were like hanging around, like toying with me and playing with me and telling me all sorts of crazy stuff about what they're doing. Right. As I was kind of fixing one of the laptops, and one little girl, after I cleaned their computer perfect, right? She goes, and I did a reinstall on it, so it was really totally perfect. She goes, "Oh, I can play with my Zwinky now." I'm like, "What's the Zwinky? Like, you gotta show me what this is, right?" So because I know nothing, right? So she goes over, she pops up this web browser, and she's just about to install this thing called Zwinky at this website called Zwinky. It turns out it doesn't operate, this website, unless you have like about 3 different pieces of spyware installed, including my web search.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was just like, and I was always wondering why they destroy their computers so quickly, you know?
You mean you said malware, 3 different types of malware that has to be installed?
Yeah. Oh yeah, spyware. Yeah. Yeah. So it was like literally 3 different types. She opens up Internet Explorer. She goes, "Oh, it only works through Internet Explorer." And then there's the little bar, and she's just about to accept the ActiveX plugin for my web. What was it? My web search, something else or whatever. It was pretty awful.
So you clean up her whole computer, and then she immediately in front of your eyes put spyware back on.
I mean, literally like that moment. I had to kind of dive and cross like some dramatic movie and be like, "No!" and stop her.
What is Zwinky?
Zwinky, she explained it to me, and 30 seconds after she explained it to me, I didn't understand it. I didn't even remember it barely, but it was something to do with like characters or something. It's like little cartoon characters, and I think you can kind of like make them look like yourself, or it was kind of stupid. And I said, "This is not really good for your computer," to her, right? And she's like, "Oh, I don't really like that thing anyway." Just like that. I'm like, "Oh my God, all this effort and messing everything up." And I'm just like, ugh.
Oh, it's Zwinky. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, you know it.
There used to be tons of commercials for that actually on TV. Yeah, those little characters, and they have little I don't know, you can change the clothes on them and stuff like that.
Yeah. It was something I didn't really get to really demo it because I wouldn't let them. You know. I said to this little girl, I said, listen, if you're gonna install Zwinky, just at least do it when I'm away. I mean, at least it's clean while I'm here, you know.
Oh, I got one then. Talking about jobs like that, the Geek Force used to be my company. They gave me a call the other day, and he wrote me an email saying a guy comes in with a laptop with a broken power jack, says that he brought it in like 5 weeks ago. But he actually gave it to my dad. My dad was there, and he said he gave it to my dad to fix, and we fixed it, and it hasn't worked good ever since we gave it back to him. Plus, it's not, and now it's completely not working. So here's the facts according to him. He brought it in 5 weeks ago. I sold the shop about 3 months ago. Okay, he said he brought it in 5 weeks ago. We fixed it. It didn't work. Okay, this is according to him. Now, if it didn't work, why would you not bring it back? Okay.
Yeah.
And then the third thing is he gave it to my dad. And like I said, we haven't been there for like 3 months. And then he says now it finally stopped working. Well, that might be true. And we tested it out, and it doesn't work. It gets no power. And there's like all around the power jack, there's screws are missing. And so we called him. We said like, look, we don't remove screws and not put them back. Well, it was about 5 weeks ago. Well, we weren't there 5 weeks ago. It's like, it's not an argument, but we were trying to nail him down. Like, what the heck was going on with this thing? And then apparently he told the new owner of the shop, he's a constable. And I didn't really know exactly what a constable was, but apparently it's the guy that comes to your house and takes away equipment, or he takes away merchandise from you if you owe somebody money or something and you have a legal obligation to pay it. He's the guy that goes and collects by just basically barging into your house saying, oh, yeah, that laptop looks like it's worth $300. That's what you owe. We're taking the laptop. And I think he actually talked to the new owners of this company about something like having to do with that. Like he might do that to me. And it scared, it scared the new owner there, Angelo, who's the new owner. And he scared him. And he wrote me. He's like, he started talking about court and everything. I'm like, man, this guy has got some balls to. Yeah, he does. To pull this on us. He's got to prove it in the court of law, and then you have to more than not respond. You have to lose the case, and most likely even have to be notified that you lost the case, and then a collections is done, and that's how those things usually work. Right. Yeah, I used to see it a little bit when I did real estate. These people would have all their we'd see these houses that would be suddenly up for sale, or they'd be or up for rent, and we'd drive by like as soon as they were coming up, and all the previous tenants like stuff is just thrown out on the street. Are you serious? I mean, literally, the sheriff. Well, for out here, it's not the constables, it's sheriffs, and they literally just knock on the door, and if nobody answers, they literally kick the door in, and then they just grab everything in the house and they just throw it on the front lawn. Oh man, it's amazing. Brutal. But it's amazing that this guy would bring that up at the shop. You know what I mean? Either Angelo pissed him off and didn't tell me somehow, or the guy's just a douche, basically. So, okay, the question is, what would you do in that situation? Would you fix it and just get the guy out of your hair, end of story? Or would you say, look, buddy, I'm not going to fix this. If it was really me that you brought it to, it was over 3 months ago. I would confront the guy. I mean, I'd be saying, like, come on, just because you do that for a living doesn't mean you have the legal right to come after me. I mean, I would try to. You're definitely the type of personality to not really get into his face. Right. I would definitely confront him at some point and just be like, come on, man, well, why would you do this? You know, I didn't do any work. You know, I would kind of talk him out like that. Right. I have a guy. Oh, I got a good story. I did some work for somebody, and a mechanic, and I'm really good friends with another mechanic nearby. Right. And I did some work for this guy, and he wasn't paying me, and I was not really happy about that. But then at the same time of not paying me, he also was like using one of my laptops, and he was just holding it.